Yeah.
And I was telling Alex about it, and he was like, "Ooh, it's probably a good thing I didn't listen, because you would have just heard me in the living room laughing, because I have a really bad sense of humor." I was like, "Oh my god!" Like he said that after I told him they were abused orphans, and he was like,
Yes.
I love Alex.
All right. So when we last saw the gang, currently split gang.
Moving right along and changing the subject.
Was it subtle?
Is it ever in here?
Jethro was sleeping in a accommodating branch on the tree. He spoke to the tree, and it liked him, and it decided that it would spread out a branch to allow he and Taralynn to sleep on it. And he very quickly went to sleep. Taralynn, did you ever decide to get out of the tree? We talked about it. I don't know if you went through with it.
Oh yes, I went to go get the bird crackers.
Oh, that's right. And you spoke to a very large, round stall vendor.
Philip.
Yep.
And I blessed him.
You did, and that was interesting. He was thankful. Now you have crackers for a bird that you can't feed.
Yes, I'm going to put those crackers in my pocket, because me and Jethro, we might have to share them. I don't know about how squirrels' bellies work, but I think that maybe just eating only fruit will be bad for them. So I know he's a person. He's still got his stomach belly to me.
I think eating fruit will be bad for both. Only fruit will be bad for both of you in the long run.
Yeah, fruitivore is not a good thing. No,
especially considering what fruit you're eating.
I mean,
so eventually it's gonna get bad.
Bowel scouring nightmare.
We're gonna need fiber, to help. So I'm gonna save the cookies. And I'm gonna look at the bird, and I think that you lied to me. I don't believe what you say your name is. I think that your name is No Bird. Everybody, they say, I see No Bird. Well, you lied to me. That's your name from now on. That's what I'm calling you, No Bird. And then I am going to hop down and just start looking at the different things and journey through the festivities.
All right, you and No Bird are walking through Circus. And where did we leave Dilly and Gwynnie? Let me see. Oh my god, I redid my OneNote. I reorganized it today, and I really shouldn't have.
Lord, hon, I couldn't tell you, because since we played that other game where we left off, this game is out of my head.
I know. So from what I remember, the tree did its thing. Then Jethro and Taralynn climbed back up it. Jethro went to sleep. Taralynn went to get some crackers. Now she's exploring. Gwynnie and Dilly had fleeced some people who were watching the tree.
Right, and had gone back to our rooms and counted out and stashed. I think we were. Dilly was going back out, looking around, and Gwynnie was trying to figure out what to do with
all their money.
With all their money that's kind of rolling around on the floor.
We had just finished hitting the couple, decided to lay low and stop for a minute, and I was going back out to find our two weirdos.
The weirdos.
Our two interesting patrons that don't seem to be patrons.
All right. Well, so in that case, Dilly, you've left the tent. You're kind of wandering, and Gwynnie, you are in your tent shoving things into the cat bed. I remember that part.
Yeah, shoving the purse into the cat bed. Go ahead.
Is it still circus time?
Yes, it is still. It pretty much has only been going on for about an hour. It just.
As I'm moving around and eyeballing for these two. I'm also looking out for easy marks for other interesting
Okay.
engagements.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check real quick. And Gwynnie, how are you faring with your attempt to stash all the coins?
Okay, well, I have stuffed the purse, the emptied purse into the cat bed, and I have stuffed what coins will fit into the vase, and filled my pockets with the rest. And I would like to go across to Polly's kiosk, which is right across from my tent, and see if she has anything like coin wrappers or something like that I can start getting this stuff ready to possibly change in.
And as you approach the ticket,
Meta, too, when you have a second.
Yep.
I think we should determine an amount at some point.
So gosh, it's okay. Let's see.
Maybe like an average of what you think we would have made as long as we've been performers
Right,
and
yeah.
actively stealing.
Figure out how much that ginger jar full of loose coin holds, but remember it's like a lot of copper and silver as well as gold.
Okay.
How long have
A
we
lot
been
of
performing?
copper and silver.
Can you both roll me? Let's go with 5d20s each.
Okay. $24.
60.
Okay, add a 0 to both of those, and
All right, so
so you got
840.
Yep, 840, and we're gonna say. I mean, we're considering this to be your like personal.
There's something else you can think about, but this doesn't have to be today, right? So just leave that at the gold. If we're stealing from people's pockets, there could be any number of other curious things we would have stolen or acquired.
Yeah, for now it's 840 and assorted coin, and I will do some stuff regarding that later.
Okay, how about we leave it at that?
I like that.
That's cool with you guys.
I'm fine with that. I hate math.
Right, yeah, I mean, I just said generalistic numbers, so we're not just saying, we have a pile of gold, let's buy a Trask.
Yeah, you have the acquired value of 840 gold. You can decide how that comes out.
I will leave it in the care of Gwynnie. She would never do me wrong. Okay, perception.
Yes.
Thank you for clearing that up.
No.
Because I've been thinking about it. And I think that Wilde was also doing something.
I just had gone across to Polly's kiosk to see if there was anything that I could do to consolidate our mess. Coin wrappers or, like an official carrier or something like a coin lockbox or something like that. Anything that will help us out in the attempt to reduce our 840 gold and assorted coin down to a manageable, handleable amount. At this point in time, I sort of see Gwynnie's professional tent as being a little bit like Fagin's hideaway from Oliver Twist, with hankies hanging on the walls and, boxes full of various wallets and a cat bed full of purses. And it's pretty damn much a thieves' den, and it's a good thing it's very low light in there.
Oh, God. Oh gosh. So yeah, as you're approaching the ticket booth, Polly kind of cocks her head and says, "How may I help you?"
Hello, Polly. How is the evening?
It has been lovely. Many people have visited the circus.
Do we have an extra coin box?
Of course. And she just sort of like flies forward at a weird angle at her waist. Like she's not bending, she's just like falling forward like one of those weird birds that does the water dipping thing. And she pulls up a nice little like pretty ornamental box. It's metal, but you can tell like she's put some stickers on there. You're not sure why, and none of them make sense. There's like a skull and crossbones, and then there's like a welcome to Oklahoma, where you don't know what that is or where she got it, but she gives that to you and says, "There might be extra bits in there.
Oh, well, is it okay if I use it for a little while?
Yes.
Okay. So I will go ahead and take the box, and I will take it back over to our location and open it. And what do I find? If anything.
There is a bent out of shape paperclip and what appears to be a large, like, ball, like the size of Gwynnie's palm. So not super large, but large enough of what suspiciously appears to be belly button lint.
Oh, well, rather distastefully set that aside because who knows, Dilly might want to play with it or not, I don't know. Throw away the little paperclip because it's kind of useless and proceed to, as quickly as possible, sort of shove the coins into it, but in like orderly stacks so that I can get as much in as possible, not just tip coins into it, but kind of stack them up and try to fit them in there as orderly as possible to get as much in as I can.
All right, and it's a fairly large box. It's a little bit shallow, but it's pretty wide and long. So I would say you'd probably be able to fit most of, if not all of, the coins. Maybe
Okay.
not all of the trinkets, but definitely all of the coins.
Definitely fit all the coins in there. The trinkets I can put in a basket on the far side of the room. That's no problem. But I want to go ahead and use my racial feat to cast Arcane Lock on the box.
Ooh, all right.
Okay. Which is a once per long rest thing that I can use. And I'll give you the display of it. Hold on one second.
You.
So that is unbreakable by anybody except myself or Dilly
Okay.
for now.
All right, and are you putting that anywhere special, or since no one else can open it, are you just kind of like leaving it?
I'm going to go ahead and put it under my table, under the tablecloth, but like right in front of my chair. So I'm kind of using it as my footstool.
Okay. Ah, very smart. Very crafty.
Okay. So for now, that means our vase is nearly empty. It has some coins in it, but no gold.
Okay.
So a vase standing around with some silver and copper in it is not that unusual and won't draw that much attention.
Okay, and the vase, having a few coins always encourages more tips.
Right, exactly.
All right, so Dilly, you got a 24 on your perception. Very nice. In that case, you immediately spot this tiny, weird halfling creature, very, like, animatedly, seemingly talking to herself as she's, walking down that main aisle. And right behind her, you see a man who's kind of eyeing her, not in like a I want to rob her way, more like a I want to touch her butt way.
Ooh.
And he's not super close behind her. He's maybe trailing about 6 feet behind her, but it's very obvious. Every time she goes around a person, he almost like mimics her movement before he has to go around that person too. Like he's very clearly following her.
I will start to follow him.
All right, Taralynn, how you doing? What are you doing?
Right now, I don't, the last place I was at, it wasn't this place, and this is like all totally new to me. So, I'm kind of like avoiding getting stepped on by the taller people, but, I'm also, trying to look up and see the sky and take in my surroundings. This, oh my God, that smells so good. Mr. Milburn, I don't know where we are, but I love it here. So I would like to see if I can see the sky and maybe make out any familiar stars. Like I don't think I'm really too far away from home. So I'm just looking up the weather It's got to be nighttime.
Yep, it's definitely nighttime, and you can very clearly see up and through the ceiling. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, did that roll? Got an 18. I need to put it on the thing. So I rolled a 19 minus 1 for 18.
All right. With an 18, as you're looking up, you're not seeing any familiar constellations. You don't even see the Milky Way. Or whatever the equivalent of the Milky Way would be in your world. I don't know, fucking stars.
Yeah, that's the cookie jar. It's where you gotta go there and you gotta dip it.
I'm here. I can't hear her.
Can't hear you, baby.
This is so weird. Are the colors and everything around me proper? Like, is it bright and brilliant like it should be?
Oh yeah, it could be a little bit more bright and brilliant. I mean, the light is kind of reflecting off of all the steel and metal beams that make up the skeleton of this building, and it's just very bright, very vibrant. Even though all the tents are black and white, any color that you do see really seems to pop.
I wanna go into one of these tents. I wanna see what's going on. I wanna see the big cats and I wanna see the little people. I wanna see all the clowns and the tiny thingies.
All right. Which tent would you like to go into? Give me a number either on the north side or the south side.
Let me open my original. It wasn't coming up very quick for me. Are all these tents available?
Let me double check really quick. I'm pretty sure
Okay, that's how
all
we're
but 4 are. Give me a second.
So I just left the candy thing, so I'm probably at about C, I think.
Okay.
Is that about where you see me?
Yep, I'm kind of seeing you around the C, the middle C area. So let's see here. The only one that's not available around you are 9 and 11 on, or 11 on the north side and 9 on the south side. The other ones are open.
I forgot to go get tickets. So, what I really need to do is, maybe, I am going to go and stick my head under the 9 that is not shut down.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Now, are you doing this on the side of the tent? Because that's the 9 on the north side. It's a large tent. Are you trying to do this close to the entrance, or are you trying to maneuver to where you wouldn't be seen?
I want to maneuver where I wouldn't be seen because I don't have tickets. I don't want to get in trouble. I just gonna take a little teeny look.
Okay. All right. Yep. Still give me stealth.
So I roll stealth at a disadvantage because of my my chainmail. So
and your bright little footprints.
Oh yeah. So a 9.
All right, so a 9, you manage to lift that bottom flap up, but you only get a very brief glimpse of what appears to be the bottom of a large shrubbery bush plant thing. And
Nothing.
just as you see that, you hear a voice behind you. Excuse me, ma'am. You cannot be doing that. Where is your ticket? And it's an animated marionette, and he's a little more, he's taller. He's built kind of like a soldier. He's got those square shoulders that kind of come down in in a V to his hips that are a little slimmer, but he's painted on with very official-looking uniform stuff, and he's wearing a hat.
Hi. Have you seen my bird?
Do I see this?
Oh yeah, if you've been following the guy who's following her, he kind of stopped when she went around the side of that tent, and he's kind of standing off to the right side of that entrance, just kind of like peeking around every once in a while to see if she snuck in.
Okay, what I'd like to do then, as long as the guy doesn't know I'm following him.
Nope,
I want to
perception check.
I will move and engage with the marionette and what's your name here? Dang it.
Taralynn.
Yes, Taralynn.
All right. How are you physically intervening, or are you just?
No.
Okay.
Well, I know the marionette, I assume.
Yes.
And I'll just kind of be like, what seems to be the problem here?
Oh, hello, Dilly. This young creature was attempting to enter the tent without a ticket.
Oh, she just dropped her tickets. Look. They're right here on the ground. Here, little one. With your tickets.
Now, did Dilly just, produce these tickets?
I imagine I might have a few.
All right, yeah, the marionette does not blink at this. He says, "Oh, my mistake, Dilly. Have a good night." And he'll
Wonderful job as always.
He gives Dilly a salute before he walks away.
I don't think those are my tickets, sir.
But they are. I just gave them to you. Possession is 100% of the law, my dear.
And she's gonna look down at the tickets and kind of look up. More because,
way up.
He's super tall.
Run along now. Enjoy your show.
Okay.
And I'll just fade away. Find the one following her, and continue to observe.
I'm gonna go, and instead of going into that one, I'm gonna kind of just walk backwards and go into the one that was next to it.
Okay, let me double check and see which one that is. Dilly, really quick, can you roll a d20 for me, just so we can figure out how many tickets Taralynn has?
Sure. And Meta, thanks for that. I just felt like he might have a few. You never know.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like if he's stealing from people, he's definitely getting their tickets too.
10.
All right, perfect. So, Taralynn, you have 10 red tickets. That is the equivalent of essentially 5 gold, but 1 red ticket is enough to get you into any tent.
Right on.
Okay, so you're 1 ticket down. You're down to 9, and you walk into a tent that has a very small, very ornately, very, very small plaque right next to the flap opening, and the writing is very ornate, almost, calligraphy, and it simply says Tapestry.
So, what do I see inside here other than, I'm gonna go in and look?
So when you walk in, it's, the inside of the tent isn't any bigger than it looks on the outside, but it is covered, floor to ceiling in a patchwork of tapestries. And they all have the same unsettling color palette of, burnt oranges and deep reds and almost sickly yellows and muddy browns and just these dark shades of gray that fade into an inky black. But there's no clear image or scene. Yes, Meta.
Which tent is this in, and north or south?
This is tent number 10 in the north.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of look at everything. I like this color scheme. It kind of reminds me of fall. And I'm gonna pull out some of the corn out of my pocket, and I'm gonna kind of chew on it. And I wanna touch the tapestry. I wanna see if it's like kind of like a carpet or if it's like cloth. I want to admire the artwork.
All right. The second you touch the tapestry, you're in a memory. You are having a flashback. Where did it take you?
Oh crap. I know this place. So she's standing in in a really deep forest. Maybe would you listen? Thank you. I could hear myself. I hate it. So there's really thick woods on both sides of her, and she's in this creek, and in the creek it's me and my twin brother, and his name is William, and we're swimming in the water, but all of a sudden it freezes over just real quick, and there's this little blue fairy that runs by, and I look again, and he's like 15 years older than me. I swear it's only been like 30 seconds that this was going on. And after it was over, he still stays like his hair is a little bit longer, and he's got beard hair, and we're only about 15 to begin with, so I don't know how the hell he got this hair. Good goddamn, you got ugly real quick. But I don't say anything. I just kind of I think that maybe I had way too many berries and mushrooms on the way here. And maybe I just never came back from my trip. And she kind of just sits there, and she lets go of the fabric, and she kind of just, oh man, I wonder if that tree has any shrooms. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go try that next. I love this circus. I never want to leave.
Oh my god, I love that what she took from that was, I wonder if that tree has shrooms. That makes me happy. So yeah, the second you stop touching the tapestry, all the sounds, of the circuits return to you, and you're just back in the tent. And from what you can hear, almost no time has passed. However long you felt like you were in that memory or in that flashback, no time has passed around you.
Oh, wow. I got a head rush from that. So, I don't know if I want to touch another one. That's kind of, you know what? I need a beer. And she's gonna kind of look around. She just can't help herself, but she touches it on the way back out. Like,
oh, yeah, as you touch it on the way back out, your body goes stiff. You're back in another flashback.
Oh. And this time before her, there's these kids in these cages. They're like little bird cages hanging from this hut, and she's in the middle of this like forested area once again, but it's not as pretty. The creek isn't. It's not babbling. It's just kind of stagnant, and you can smell the humidity, and there's frogs that are chirping, but it's kind of like a very depressing feeling, and it's just and so she sees like these three little kids, and she kind of goes up and she undoes their cage and says, "Are you okay?" And the first little kid, yeah. And then they go run off, and she goes up to the next cage, and as she releases the door, the little kid, he's about her size, and she's only 2.5 feet at this point, and she opens the door, and the kid falls down to the ground. He's a little bit emaciated, and little beak, and he's like, "Thank you," and she kind of puts her hands on him, and no, go run. And he starts to, like, her hands glow a little bit around him, and he looks a little bit better as he runs off. He's gaining a little bit of strength. He goes from limping to actually kind of trotting. And the third child, she undoes it, and it's this little half-orc kid, and he's about 4 and super chubby, like one little tooth, and he is probably about 3 inches taller than her. But so the two of them, they start walking away. As they walk away, she could hear screaming behind her, and I kind of imagine this as she's remembering it, she's also walking, so it's kind of like an altered reality type thing. And as soon as she goes to look behind her at what's screaming at her and the little baby, she turns around, but she exits the door, and she's kind of just standing there, like, right outside of the tent flap, kind of just a little dizzy, and oh fuck, maybe I don't need a beer. Maybe I should lay off the drugs. Oh yeah, drugs! And then she's gonna beeline it for the tree.
All right. Okay, so you're beelining it to the tree. Dilly, I'm running with your perception check for the dude since you're still watching him.
This passive's also pretty good too.
Okay, and she's like moving at a speed. She's like drugs, mission, gotta go. So she's kind of like trucking it there, not full out running, I assume, but just like speed walk.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is speed walking after her. He sees her leave the tent, and he almost does a double take, and then he just starts quickly following her as well. And as Taralynn's approaching the tree, Jethro, you awaken.
Alright. I sit up, crack my back a little bit.
And you're back in your human form at this point, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling a little parched, feeling a little hungry. I sit up and I look around because the space seems like it's filled out a little bit more. I'd like to see what I see from my branch that is in the tree.
All right, roll me a perception.
13.
Love that our druid is a poet.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did I rhyme and didn't even know it?
So 13. You're not seeing a lot of huge activity beyond your immediate scope of vision. What you do see is that tiny halfling from earlier, who you were getting snuggly with, and she is just booking it for the tree. And you also notice that there are 2 men behind her that are booking it after her. One of them is an actual human man. The other one is a very large cat person with horns.
I'd like to think that Jilly's more stealthy.
Oh yeah, actually, with a 13, no, you wouldn't see Dilly, but you would see Taralynn heading towards the tree, and you notice that she's oblivious. Like, she has no idea that this guy is following her.
Alright, I guess as I gather myself together, get my pack on, and I'll just hop down, because I don't think I'm on a high branch, right? I'm just kind of like a couple feet off the ground.
You guys are like one branch up, because she's small, and she couldn't climb that high.
Just hop down and just let Taralynn know, like, hey, look, who's that behind you? Like, what's going on? I'm confused. I'm a little dazed. Like, I just woke up. I don't know if this is like a fog or what.
I don't know why they're following me, but I was wondering, did you see any mushrooms on the tree?
I haven't actually looked around the base of it. Grant, I guess it can kind of grow on the bark as well. I didn't notice any. Would you like to have a look? But also, who's the guy kind of chasing behind you? It's kind of concerning.
And as Taralynn walks up to you, and she stops moving, the guy was moving a little. Like it took him a second to realize that she was going very quickly towards the tree, so he overcompensated, and he kind of skids to a halt behind her, and he's looking between you and her, and you and her, and he kind of looks like a deer caught in the headlights.
What is your name? I say to the person who get to halt.
I didn't. He looks over his shoulder like, me? But me.
Yes, you.
Oh, did Dilly just like materialize behind this guy?
Yes.
Okay, this poor man like visibly almost jumps out of his skin. Not poor man, but man. And he's looking frantically between Dilly and Jethro and Taralynn, and Dilly and Jethro and Taralynn. He's like, I was just my name. My name is
Your
Kevin.
name?
It's Kevin. My name is Kevin.
Yes, Kevin.
I assume that Taralynn at this point is like, oh my god, stranger danger. And then she's going to like, okay, so this cat just gave me tickets. There's this guy here, oh my god, I'm going to get kidnapped. And I'm going to stand behind Jethro and just kind of cower.
Kevin, let's go for a walk and have a talk.
Do you work here? Do you work here?
I do work here.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
And he'll very.
And I'll kind of herd him away.
Yeah, he's very hesitantly being hurried away, and he keeps looking
Yes.
over his shoulder back at Taralynn.
Right this way, little button.
What? What? My name is Kevin. I've already told you that.
Oh, it's just a term of endearment. Come along.
All right. And he goes along.
What?
Oh my god, Jethro, do you think that guy was gonna do you think that guy was going to kill me?
Kill you or steal you? I'm not quite sure which.
I wonder. Maybe we should go follow him.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd like to see what the cat person's gonna do to him. I'm very curious.
Yeah, me too. Let's go.
Real quick meta, though, since I had a short rest, do I get a roll for my things to not be here, or no?
Yes.
So oh yeah, you had a short rest. Okay, hold on, let me pull that shit up again real quick.
I mean, didn't he sleep all night?
No, he only took a nap essentially.
Okay.
He slept for an
Got
hour.
I don't know if that counts or not.
Yes, it actually does.
You took
A short rest is 1 hour long, and you essentially don't do anything other than eat and talk or sleep.
Cool. All right.
Light duty shit, build a fire, cook food. And just so you know, I'll be herding Kevin to my tent.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
And as we go, I'll be chatting with Kevin and putting him at ease.
Now, are you taking him to... Because I know you weren't sure if you wanted your own tent or if you wanted to, be a wandering...
Oh, I do have my own tent. Absolutely.
Oh, your house tent.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yes. Upstairs.
Oh, no, well, sure.
Because
Wherever I'm very comfortable. Let's put it that way.
I would assume you'd be very comfortable in your own home tent. I can give you a circus tent, though.
I'll take a circus tent.
Okay, I'll give you number 9 on the south side.
Can it only be able to be entered if I want?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can at any point in time flip that little plaque around that's hanging outside of the tent flap to say closed instead of to say what the tent is. You can just say it's closed.
My plaque says Destiny.
Destiny. I like it. I love it. Oh my god, I love it.
How long has it been since Dilly left me?
Since Dilly left you, I'd say it's been coming up on about 10 minutes, because the flashbacks, while they seemed long for Taralynn, they were an instant of her touching.
Okay, so I wouldn't be checking in with him yet then.
Oh, no reason will be on your end.
At about 30 minutes, I will be checking in with him.
Also, Meta, technically couldn't you scry on me?
I can, but I also have message.
Haha.
Nice.
All right, let me so Alex. Okay, so you no longer feel a constant wind blowing through your hair and rustling your clothing.
No more tinnitus, awesome.
You also don't feel as good as you did before. You don't feel invincible anymore. But you definitely still think you're dead. Yep.
Alright. So it's just a bad hangover from being dead, I guess. I understand.
The death hangover.
Yeah.
Death hangover. I've had one of those before.
Oh, Lord. All right, so you and Taralynn, Jethro, are following Dilly. I'm going to need you guys to roll stealth, and Dilly, you can go ahead and roll perception.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Can they try to beat an 18?
Yeah, that works for me.
So,
Okay. All right. You absolutely know that you're being followed. You know exactly who is following you.
I'm going to roll the perception anyway, just to see if there's a chance of failure. I have to. It's only fair.
Oh my god. Yeah, Jethro got a 7. Taralynn got a 6. Oh yeah, no, you know that they are following you. You know who they are. They're not even whispering.
That's what I...
So as we're walking along, so Kevin, she was rather attractive, wasn't she?
What? Who?
Don't be coy. You know.
I have no idea.
Coyness will not be tolerated. Be on. This way.
Okay, I'm coming. All right. I don't know if she was pretty or not. I didn't see her face.
I can tell when one's lying, Kevin.
Oh, fine. Yes, she was pretty. What of it?
Yeah. Nothing at all. I'm agreeing with you.
Where are we going?
We're going to my private show. You seem like you'd be of one who'd take particular interest in my talents.
Ugh. And Kevin's face, he looks a little bit less scared now, and his shoulders relax a bit more, and he kind of raises his eyebrows and says, "Oh, what kind of act do you perform?"
Oh, well, let's just say it's rather magical. It's a one-man show, if you know what I mean.
Aren't all of the performances one man or not even a person? It's just a tent.
One man. Oh, here's my tent. Well, come on in. make yourself at home. And I'll let him go first.
And as he walks in, he kind of glances at the thing, goes, "Destiny, and he gets like a weird smile on his face that makes me like feel gross describing.
Can I as we're following behind them watching this, can I do my divine sense and detect good and evil just in their general direction?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Post that in the chat so I can read that. I've never actually read this before. Hello, new DM here.
And just as she's doing that, as I follow him behind him, I will turn that sign around.
All right.
And feel free to go to someone else. That was a few minutes.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to read this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of imagine as she attempts this, she kind of just shakes a little bit and takes a deep breath, and she imagines butterflies and little rainbows and unicorns and all good stuff. And she's just kind of hoping.
I can't hear you anymore. You went far away.
She's just gonna kind of channel hope, and just kind of feel like you see her just wash over in like a peaceful resound, and just this feeling of hope emanates within her, and that's how she channels that divine sense.
Okay, and you're getting a lot of sensory input. There are so many people at this circus. You're kind of hearing static, but because you're focusing specifically on Dilly and Kevin, all you feel is evil.
I just girl, I don't wanna do this no more. Can we go back to the tree?
You bringing her to the tree? Can we stop off at a stall and get something to drink? I got a little bit of cotton mouth from my nap. I'm just a little parched, you know?
Okay, maybe some ale.
That would do it.
Yeah.
Where's the closest alehouse? Tent, whatever.
So if you're looking at the map, there are, on the north and south side, there are two little like stalls near the tree, like 13, 14, and then 14, 15 on the south side. Those are food carts and sweet stands. So if you go to a food cart, you're going to be able to get, water, ale, wine, no spirits, because no one wants a rowdy-ass drunken circus. And then at the sweet stand, you can find, like, lemonade and, slushy drinks and fruity things.
Well, it's along the way. Let's go to a stand, then to the tree. I guess you want to find some mushrooms, huh?
Mushrooms sound good. But I might have to say that I'm second guessing myself, because this is a pretty messed up place.
What do you mean?
It's kind of scary. Those guys are evil.
They're what?
Like, they're evil. Like, not like, stick their finger up your nose type of evil, but they're like, make secret deals with hags and stuff evil.
I see. Well, it's a circus. We can leave whenever we want, but I'm just kind of curious about the main attraction. Honestly, I'm staying here, made a little bit of money. I want to spend a little bit. So let's get a drink, calm your nerves, and go mushroom hunting and see what the day has. But if you get too scared, I guess we can leave, or you can leave and I can stay. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Can you turn me into a squirrel? That seemed to be a lot nicer.
Unfortunately, no.
Well, we could definitely eat enough shrooms that I at least feel like I am.
That we could.
Do you think that maybe we can go up the thing? They said that there is
Up the what?
one of them. The people said that there was an upstairs, like up in heaven, maybe. Oh my god. Maybe. Maybe if we could go up in heaven and get your soul back, and then you won't be dead no more.
That's what I was thinking. Like maybe they can be alive up there, or yeah. We should find a way.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to find out what the cat. I don't want to find out what they were doing, and I definitely don't want to get kidnapped or killed. Would really ruin the night.
Oh, I'm already dead, so it might ruin your night, but I'm already there.
Okay, let's go.
All right. But first, let's hit stall 13 and get eliminated.
Oh yeah.
God. He said, "I'm already dead. It might ruin your night." Jesus, so sassy.
I love it. It is the perfect thing for a druid. Like it's very
But it's
very
it's not even
inappropriate but well intentioned.
right. Like it's not even sassy. He's just like, yeah. Well, I'm already dead.
You could just hang out with me more.
It's very matter of fact, calm,
yes.
collected,
Like these are
very
just the
accepting.
facts.
Just like this is me now.
I am dead and I am gone, but I am still here.
I'm good with this.
Oh my god! All right. And Gwynnie, are you back from grocery things?
Yes. I mean, I would definitely be back at my tent, having stowed the box underneath my chair, awaiting any and all who would venture into my area for whatever they would like to avail themselves of my services. However, I would like to go ahead and meta something really quick, like with Dilly, if I could.
Oh, go for it.
Dilly, do you possibly have something like a copper decoration on the tip of one of your horns where it curls down over your cheek?
Absolutely.
That would allow
Of course I
me
do.
to message you where you would hear it and be able to whisper back to me without really being seen a lot.
I mean, if our wonderful, awesome, beautiful, most beautiful DM is good with that.
Oh, you have two other DMs in this chat, boy. You better watch your mouth.
This is a whole nother world. They don't know what's going on here.
And I think I would definitely have, the overdose of costumey type jewelry that would allow me to
Oh yeah,
easily,
I feel like
easily camouflage a bit of gold and copper
I
wire.
actually feel like some copper bits at the end of its horns is fitting.
it's fitting, and I also
Actually.
feel like if very hard meta, that would definitely be something that Joel absolutely would have taught them.
All right.
Like, you guys are so close, you guys always want to be together, but you can't work in the same tent. You're going to have to be separated sometimes. This is how you can always be together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very,
Awesome.
very Papa Joel.
Okay.
Papa Joel.
And in that case, if we can have those things, because I think that would very definitely be within character of me to have, a costume, heavy jewelry, not particularly valuable jewelry, but still heavy jewelry just for costume appearances, if nothing else. A little bit of copper wire rather close to my face, and him with a bit of wire wrapping on the end of one of his horns that's right on his cheek. I think we would be able to use message without being seen or overheard too much.
I love it. It sounds
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, so I will use message and say, Dilly,
Yes.
everything okay?
Everything is great. I'm a little busy in my quarters. You know what I mean?
Button business?
Gonna put on a show.
Let me know if I'm needed.
I think everything will be fine.
Okay. And I won't say anything more.
And I was just saying this. Kevin probably heard me.
Oh, all right, yeah. So, give us a brief description of what the inside of your tent looks like, so that Kevin knows where he is.
Well, as he walks in, he would see, like, it's pretty luxurious. It's not a lot of furniture, but it's very comfortable. But Dilly is kind of a woodcarver in himself, so he has made his own little crew of marionettes that are chilling in his quarters. There's a couple at the table. There's one kind of strung up at the bar as if she's making a drink. It's kind of fucking creepy.
All right, so in that case, they're animated marionettes. I do want to clarify for that point. If
They are not animated.
They're not animated. They're just like marionettes
Well, no.
that are strung up.
I mean, I haven't had the ability to animate them, so.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you
I've
want
just
them
made
to be animated, they can be. It would just be they're strung up. They cannot move of their own autonomy.
I would love that, but I don't want to play them.
You don't have to.
That would be great.
That's my
to
job.
hear your.
You guys play PCs, and I play every fucking buddy else.
I know. Isn't that fun?
Okay, how about, like, the one at the bar is animated?
All right.
That'd be
Does he usually, like, give me an idea? Does he usually greet Dilly? Is that, like, the bartender? Like, he chats with Dilly and talks to him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, so before the messaging even happened, as Dilly enters the tent with Kevin, this animated, strung-up bartending marionette kind of, like, goes from being, like, very loose and hanging from his strings, and then he suddenly pops up and gives a big hearty wave with both hands and says, "Oh, Master Dilly, you're back!
Yes.
And you've brought a guest!" And he said, like,
Yes.
he perpetually sounds overly excited.
And as we walk in, a large savannah cat will kind of slink his way around, come over and say hi. Do the little run between Kevin's legs. Make yourself at home. Would you like a drink?
And Kevin's looking at the marionette, and he's looking at you, and he says, yes, a drink sounds good. What kind of show is this, did you say?
Your destiny. Give me a moment. I must prepare. Have a seat.
All right, yes, I will have a drink then. And he takes a seat on one of the ornate pieces of furniture, and he's sitting on the very edge, like he's not really comfortable enough to relax.
What's your pleasure? And I'll go over to the bar with my back to him.
But brandy, please.
There you heard, Antoine. Brandy.
Brandy is such a lovely choice. And the marionette starts pouring a brandy, and he kind of slides the glass very gently over the counter at you, Dilly.
And as I take it, I'm going to just kind of wave my hand over it, drop a little something in it, and take it over and set it down. I'll have tea, Antoine, please.
Oh, tea, sir. And he puts a kettle on to boil for you.
Oh, Joel. We must talk about this voice.
All you did was ask Joel for an animated marionette. He has a sense of fucking humor.
He does.
And, Kevin did not at all notice you doing anything to his drink, so he takes it in both hands, and he takes a big gulp, and his eyes are kind of starting to dart everywhere now, though. He is feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
Oh, Kevin.
He's starting to think this might be a date, and he's not sure he likes it.
Let me see your hand. I'd like to read your lifeline.
I already passed the fortune 10. I don't know. You don't tell fortunes, do you?
Maybe I do. Would you like to hear my version of yours?
I suppose. And he holds his hand out, but like not fully towards you. It's just kind of hovering between the two of you.
And I'll lean mine out. Take mine out. Look at his palm. I have big hands. Let me see the other one.
And he finishes his drink in 2 big gulps and kind of like and he sets the glass down on one of the end tables and he holds his other hand out to you. But this time he fully extends it because you didn't bite the first one off, so here you go.
So I'll look at that one as well, both his hands in front of me. He should be getting groggy pretty quick. So, in an instant, I'm going to try to tie his hands with my other one and wrap his wrists together tightly with the little rope I have. 26 for sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, no, you bound his wrists. It was fine. As you're doing this, he's kind of, what are you doing? Oh, I'm drowsy. What do you mean, drowsy? And then he just passes the fuck out.
And we can fade to black because Kevin's going to be no more.
And that has been the short reign of Kevin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. He will not be here all week. All right, and we are going to swivel back. Gwynnie, did you want to do anything specific? Now that you know Dilly is putting on a show.
After about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, if I don't hear from him, I will scry to make sure that everything's okay. But I very much trust his abilities. So hearing him tell me that he has a quarry and is at his tent, I will just presume that things will take their course unless I hear from him.
All right. So in that case, since you're staying in your tent, as you're, sitting and you're kind of, what Dilly's doing and you're just kind of twiddling your thumbs and you've already, sparsed out all your money and you're just kind of chilling in your tent.
Mm-hmm.
A very young, very chubby and cherub-looking boy, maybe of about 10 or 12 years old, comes in, and he's only got 1 white ticket, which is worth pretty much nothing. And he comes in and he's clutching it in both hands, and he says, "Miss, would you be able to tell me my fortune?"
I look at him. How old is he, Pierre?
He looks to be anywhere between 10 and 12 years old.
Okay, so he's a child.
He is an absolute child, and he's clutching the least valuable ticket in the circus.
I will say, since I don't have any other business right now, right? I don't have anybody else standing around.
Yeah, no, there was there's been a steady stream, slow and steady. You are one of the first tents, so people stop by if they're feeling lucky, but for the most part, you just get a very slow and steady stream every night.
Okay. I will say, yes, come right in, young sir. What are you looking to find out?
I want to know. I just want to know. I'm here with my class and Mrs. Scrimgore, and I just wanted to know if I'll get adopted soon.
I will look at him just comprehendingly and full of compassion. My apologies, Kid Aggro.
No, you're fine.
I will look at him full of compassion and understanding and say, how long have you been trying to become adopted?
Well, let's see. It was my 10th birthday last month, I think. Either 10 or 11. No one's really sure.
All right. He is a child, and he is an orphan, and I have not been busy. So I will pull out my crystal ball and attempt to do a true scrying to find out what is his fate. Because I absolutely empathize with this child who wants a home and doesn't have one.
All right. I'm so curious. What does a true scrying look like?
Okay. Well, I pull out my crystal ball and I set it down in the middle of the table with some ceremony. I mean, I get out the beautifully carved stand and I rest the crystal ball very carefully in the middle of it and immediately cast dancing lights, as I had done the first time I had used the crystal ball. And 4 globes of glowing light hover in the air above us, one of a bright yellow, one of a kind of a glowy green, one of a kind of a gray, purple, blue, and one of a brilliant, brilliant turquoisey blue. And they cast light down into the ball. And as the globes of light move and shift, the light within the light reflected down in the ball moves and shifts as well. And I will tell the little boy to sit across from me at my table. And the first thing I will do is reach out my hands towards him and hold his hands in mine, both hands, and ask him what his name is.
My name is Landon.
Landon, it is good to meet you. I am Gwynnie. I know what it is like to want a family. I need you to hold the base of the crystal, and I will very carefully put his hands underneath the edge of the crystal, not so that they're lifting it up, but they're just kind of cradling it next to the stand. And then I will set my hands over the top of his, and I will cast Scrying.
And he's like holding his little tongue in his teeth. It's kind of poking out of his mouth, and he's looking real concentrated. Like maybe part of him is the magic, and he wants to make sure you get it right.
Okay. And I need him to make a willing... Actually, the wisdom save is to whether or not he detects I'm casting a spell, and he knows I'm casting a spell, so that doesn't apply. And I will go ahead and cast Scry and attempt to see not necessarily his future, but his prospects. Do things in the immediate future feel good or look good for him?
So does he have to make a save, or is she just telling him that things are going to look good for him?
No, she's attempting to find out. I probably need to make the save.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So let me see whether or not I can. Yeah. Let me see whether or not I can discover anything.
Perfect. Yeah. My brain is like being split into DM and wife right now.
Right. Of course. With a 9, do I find anything out?
Ooh.
Actually, no. That's a wisdom save. I should probably do
just a full wisdom check.
A wisdom check or a perception, one of the two.
Whichever one you'd prefer out of those two.
Let me do perception. Oh, much better. 23.
Oh, yes. 23. All right. Yeah. You can see that while Landon might not necessarily be adopted, you know the system. You know he's a little too old. He's not cute enough. He's not young enough. It's how it works. But you do absolutely recognize that Landon's going to be at that orphanage for the rest of his life in a very good, wonderful way. He's probably going to take it over.
Okay. So I will pause and I will hold his hands for a moment longer and I say, all right, son, rest just a moment and let me get you some tea. And I will busy myself making him a cup of tea, bring it back to the table, put the crystal ball away, dismiss the dancing lights so that now we're having tea and just talking. And say, okay, what I have seen is not you being adopted into a small family. But I see you rather acquiring a very large family, one where you can thrive and love and be loved and affect others. Would that please you?
And Landon sort of smiles and says, I'd much rather have a large family than a small one, I guess.
Okay, and I will take his hands once again in mine, but this time in kind of a consoling manner. And I say, Landon, I don't think you're going to be adopted. However, I see your future at the orphanage as being one of great promise and great fulfillment. I think that you will find that all of the orphans that come in through the orphanage and all of the people that work at the orphanage will become your family, and eventually you will be the head of the family.
And when you say, Landon, you're not going to be adopted, his face kind of falls, but as you continue, you can see in his eyes he's getting hopeful, and that's not something you often see in little orphan children. And he is, by the time you're done, he's almost crying happy tears, and he kind of squeezes your hands and says, "Thank you."
You must promise me something.
Yes, of course.
You must promise me as you live and as you go through life and as you take care of the orphans and as you meet new orphans, that you will treat them the way you have always wanted to be treated. And that you will be as loving and as caring as you are now.
Oh, and he's just a little bobblehead. Like, oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you.
Okay. And Landon, go and have a wonderful time at the circus, and I will hand him 10 red tickets.
And his jaw needs to be scooped up off the floor, and he's like, almost like bowing to you as he backs out of the tent. Thank you, miss. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And you can hear him. The flap closes, but you can hear him, and he goes, Guys, I got tickets.
Okay, and I will peek out the thing and see how many orphans are with him.
He's got about 6 of his fellow orphans, and they all appear to be younger than him. And he's tearing tickets off and handing them out to each of them.
I will walk out of the tent and hand him 10 more so that there's enough for everybody to have at least 2.
Oh my god, and like it's like a TikTok video of children losing their minds.
Right. And with that, I will message really quick, like once more to Dilly. Dilly, one more thing.
Yes.
Watch for a little boy named Landon with a group of orphans. There's 6 or 7 of them. When you finish, take care of him. He's good. He's a good boy.
All right. Ugh.
Enjoy.
Cleaning up now.
Oh, good. Let me know if you need something. Bye.
They treat you like a cell phone. I love it.
Yep. And I will go ahead and take the white ticket that he gave me and put it in my very, very special box. My box where I keep my personal special treasures.
Aww.
And with that, I'm out.
All right, so we're going to run back to Taralynn real quick because since Jethro, Alex is leaving, so Jethro essentially kind of, you got your lemonade, and, oh god damn it, I can't
kind of imagine that maybe he got a bellyache from all those fruits.
He chugged his lemonade and was immediately like, I need another nap, I think. I'm gonna go back to the branch on the tree. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's not a problem. I hope you feel better, and I am gonna kind of I'm gonna put my hand on his calf and tap it a couple times and do a lay on hands, and then I'm gonna turn around and kind of, I guess, I got this weird feeling that maybe instead of being afraid of this evil thing, maybe I should go out and confront it.
And Jethro
So she's
probably,
kind of,
yeah, Jethro probably nods at you and says that, I think that sounds very brave.
yeah. And she's definitely feeling this Girl Scout pull to her paladin aspect.
Oh God, yes. All right.
So I am going to go get me some badges. Let's do this. First we're gonna, like, I don't know, is there any brides?
Brides? Like women getting married?
No, like ride. Like,
Oh, there's one ride. It is the Ferris wheel. It's that like half spoke because I couldn't find a good Ferris wheel.
I would like to go on the Ferris wheel, because one, it'll be up in the air and I'll be able to like see everything. And then while I'm up there, I want to do Divine Sense again, and then I want to try to make the biggest change. So I'm gonna find the darkest, most evilest person, and I'm gonna bring them a smile to their face.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh
Now-
boy.
Can you throw Divine Sense up in the chat for me so I can just look at that real quick? Oh my god. Do you, I guess my main question, do you have to roll anything else for it, or is it just straight up? Oh boy, alright, yep, okay, cool. While you do see that there's some evil coming from the tent that you saw Dilly and Kevin go into, there's also a little bit of evil coming from a good portion of the tents. And as you hit the top of that Ferris wheel, you see the tree. And the tree is dark. The fruits are good. They're bright. They're happy. They're healthy. They're good. But the tree itself is horribly evil. And any reaction to that?
Kala? I can't hear you.
Oh my god! I was like talking away, talking. Okay. So what I want to do is, while I'm up at the top of this, I'm gonna like look at the fruit and around, surrounded by this darkness of the tree, and be like, yeah, that is why the lemonade was so good. And then I want to look to the tents, and I want to find one that just, I can't believe that everything here except for the fruit could be evil. So I'm thinking maybe I'm just a little fucked up, and maybe I'm just too judgmental. So maybe I just need to give everybody a chance.
Now that's the thing. So most of the tents have some kind of evil attached to them, but there are a good number that don't have any evil coming off of them. Specifically, the one directly across from the Ferris wheel, number 12 on the north side. That one seems to actually be really glowing with good.
I am going to, as soon as the thing stops, and if it don't stop quick enough, because this is a really fleeting thought, oh man, I love that. That's, I'm gonna look down, and then I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, and she's gonna start counting and trying to like be patient on the way down, but time moves so fast for short people, so I mean, this has got to hurry up. I want to go. So she's gonna kind of try to wait. And I think that medically, maybe about 20 seconds before she tries to hop out and run, climb down the thing.
Oh dear. All right. Give me an athletics check, because I'm gonna say you were at the top. You waited, what, you said 20 seconds?
Yeah, about that.
All right. So you're not
Oh,
incredibly far away from the ground. Like, this is not a super slow moving Ferris wheel, but you're a good like 10, 15 feet off the ground.
natural 20 plus 3 for 23.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Tell me how you land.
Okay, so she kind of looks around, and she's like, that whole, hyper squirrel. So she kind of looks over to the side, and she kind of puts her legs down, and as she's like sliding down underneath the guardrail, she's holding on to the foot thing, and then she takes her legs, and she kind of stripper pulls down the tube that's holding it to the little circle thing to the joint, and then she stripper pull like she just kind of she does the little stripper fireman pole thing down, and then she just beelines through the people towards it.
Oh my god. I just have this image of a tiny halfling doing stripper moves down a Ferris wheel. It's glorious. The closer you get, you see the plaque, and the plaque simply says library.
Oh, what kind of? This is a weird place to put a library. I'm gonna run in.
Yeah, the strange thing is, however, that there's not anybody outside waiting to collect a ticket. It seems like this might be the only free tent in the circus.
And there isn't a line?
There is not a line.
Oh my god, nobody knows the, like, power of, like, a good story? And, she's gonna run in.
All right, and the moment she enters, this tent was small on the outside. Inside, it is floor to ceiling. Ceiling's probably 50 feet up, and it is just rows upon rows upon rows of books.
Oh my god. I've never seen so many books before in my life.
I want to hug.
And she's just...
Hug Grandma.
Oh yeah, as she's looking around, I mean, there are books that she's heard of.
Jack,
There are books that she's never heard of. There are books that
I scratch your back,
she
Grandma.
couldn't imagine being written, and a good number that have yet to be written. And each book
On your back,
has a
Grandma.
very strange
Something
opening
behind
at
your
the
back.
top of their spines that the size and shape,
Bye, Grandma.
it looks like they could very easily accommodate a coin
How's
or a
it?
ticket, but
Am I done,
they
Grandma?
don't seem to, if you turn a book over, the hole doesn't go all the way through. It's very odd.
She's gonna kind of look at it, and I don't think that she would figure it out quickly. Unless it's like an obvious, very obvious, like, plot. Or is it just a...
It's an obvious, like, there is a hole in each book spine that is just this slim, almost like an SD card insert port. Just small, slim, like, black hole sort of thing in every single book spine.
And I am going to, she will go ahead and she'll look around at the different books, and, because of the just closeness to such a creepy person earlier, and the whole just, this is so weird. This ain't this is so weird. So I'm going to go through and, that's a good book. But I am going to find one that just, I'm gonna use, okay, so as she sits there, she's gonna look around, and I am going to go for one that is very, colorful, and that kind of gives off that whole very happy feel. Like, I don't know, maybe a nursery rhyme book that wasn't about, like, death and the plague and stuff.
Okay, so as you're, perusing the aisles, do you want to roll a perception check to see what kind of book you would find?
Yeah.
I'll keep colorful and happy in mind.
A dirty one.
Oh, cool, awesome. Okay, so you don't find anything happy.
Oh, wow.
What you pull out is a book that is about the size of a normal human's hand, so it's like twice the size of yours. And while it is kind of colorful, it's a bright green, and the front of it, has just some random Pollock-style splatters of color on the cover of it. Every single page is blank, except for the last one. And oddly, that last page simply says buttons.
Oh, I like buttons. Mr. Snowbird, what do you think? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my hand in my pocket, and I'm gonna pull out one of those two. I can't remember how many I got left. I think I had 3, and I think I gave her 2, so I have 1 button and 9 tickets. And I'm gonna put a button on the ticket, and I'm gonna put it in the hole and see if the button will fit with the ticket into the book slot hole.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So both the button and the ticket very easily slide into that strange slot on the book's spine, but within just a few seconds, the button comes kind of spitting back out at you, like it kind of pings its way out and hits you in the chest. Not hard, but clearly the book did not want the button. And right after the button hits you, you hear a very strange voice, not coming from the book, just within the tent itself, saying, "You may pick up your copy of the book on your way out."
My own copy? Oh my god, this is so awesome. This is this is the best day ever. And she's gonna completely forget that she was ever the whole evil thing's out of her mind, and she's gonna go run and get her copy of the book.
And her book copy is waiting at on a little table right next to the entrance that was previously empty.
She's gonna take that button, and instead of putting it back in her pocket, as she's she's gonna take her book, and she's just gonna sit down in front of it, and as she's gonna set it on the grass and open it up, and as she's reading, she's gonna take a locket of her hair and kind of twist it, and she's gonna wet the end with saliva, and she's gonna sew the button into her hair using the hair, and just kind of slide it up as she's reading the thing.
Yeah, it's there are no words in that page. It's the same book you just copied. It's just that last page in the book simply says buttons.
I love this book. This is my favorite book.
Oh, God.
And she's gonna look up, and just kind of stare off for a second. You know, maybe, oh, you know what? Yeah, I think so. Maybe I'm going to see whatever happened to that guy. But maybe I was just being too judgmental. Maybe he's not evil. And, I'm gonna go look for Kevin.
So are you heading towards Dilly's tent then?
Yeah.
All right. And as you're heading towards Dilly's tent, we're going to flip back real quick to Gwynnie.
Yeah, this is actually a meta disclaimer for all of the players, and especially for anybody who listens to this. I do know how Scry works, and how I used it is not how Scry works. We have a DM player arrangement with my fortune teller career, which is not really mapped out very well in D&D, that I can occasionally abuse the system and see a limited fortune, of course, depending on how the dice function correctly. Most of the time, I'm complete charlatan and only do fake readings, but we do abuse it for storytelling purposes. Of course, we're never, ever going to do that in a situation that affects gameplay.
Nah.
So I think that's great. It basically is, please don't yell at us in the comments.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
it was role play only. Role play only.
If you gonna yell at anybody, yell at me. DM said it was okay.
Oh, I like and prescribe.
Yeah, also, like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell.
Smash that like button.
Ew, I'm not gonna be that person. I can't. I just can't.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't like that one.
sorry, I just wanted
You need
people to
another
be-
voice for smashing the like button.
Yeah,
Smash the like button like cracker over soup.
I just
Feel
wanted the
best
chance to
problem.
say, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works, and we know it. We just did it for the story.
It's for the story, guys. Oh,
This
God.
one time at band camp.
Okay, thank you. I've now meta derailed everything again. Sorry about that.
No, it's absolutely fine.
All aboard.
It is a scrying disclaimer for all the floofy
Mhm.
rules lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! All right, so Gwynnie, it's definitely been long enough that you're probably wondering what's taking so long.
Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and hang my sign outside my tent that says "Gone for lunch. Back soon." No time estimate given.
Aw,
Just gone for lunch. Back soon type thing.
you're a
that I
fortune
can-
teller. It should say gone wishing. Sorry.
Definitely.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to step across to Polly and say, Polly, I'm going to go and find Dilly. I'll be back very soon.
All right, Gwynnie, have a wonderful time.
Thank you, Polly. And then I will go ahead and go towards Dilly's personal tent, because I know that's where he was going to be sure that if he needs help, he gets it.
Now, I didn't get a chance to say this before, but when you put your sign in reverse to say that your tent is closed, no one can physically enter the tent unless they have been given previous permission. So,
Absolutely.
Dilly, does Gwynnie have previous permission to walk into your tent?
She's the only one that does.
Okay. Just wanted to clear that one up.
And I presume that my fortune-telling tent is the same way.
Yes.
When I
All of the
reversed my
tents.
sign.
All of
Yeah.
the tents are the same.
Right. When I reversed my sign, it said, "Gone to lunch, back soon."
Yep, no one can go in.
I locked my tent. Okay, perfect. Perfect, thank you. So yeah, with that, I will go ahead and take my time to walk, not purposefully. I'm not trying to draw anybody's eyes, just kind of casually walk through the circus and make my way to Dilly's tent to check on him to make sure everything's okay.
All right. Now, at that point, Finally! Taralynn and Gwynnie, you're both approaching the same tent. And you both kind of reach that front flap at the same time.
I see. Okay.
Hey, I know you.
You do?
Yeah, you did
That's
my-
right. I did your fortune.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. I got a new book, and we had some fruit, and I got a new bird.
Oh, okay. What kind of bird is it? I don't see a bird.
His name is Snowbird. My friend went into this tent. Well,
Zero.
he's not really my friend yet.
Okay.
He's gonna be my friend though.
A potential friend went into the book?
He was following me.
A man who was following you went into the tent.
With this super tall, like he was the weirdest Tabaxi I've ever seen. Like he had horns, and he was super tall.
You mean my brother?
That's your brother?
Yes, that's my brother.
Wow, your guys' mom must be really weird.
I'm sure she was. Completely accepting that statement.
Where's your horns?
Oh, I don't have horns. I have a beard.
Oh, that is super cool. I don't have a beard. Can I go in there with you and find my friend?
Well, why don't we go and have a sandwich instead? And your friend may join us in a little bit.
I will come out at that point.
Hello, Dilly.
Gwynnie. And it's you, little one. Again, we keep running into each other.
Really, really quick. Taralynn, how long does your see good and evil thing last?
Let's see. What was that under features? Can detect good and evil.
I also have a meta thing to do, kind of before we keep going.
Go for it.
So, we've never gone through it, but we talked about it. So, Kevin essentially is in a button now.
Yeah. So now
We can work that out another time.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is Dilly currently holding that button?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
But before he takes care of Kevin, he would, of course, loot his body.
Alright, hold on. Let me pull up some fun stuff. Alright, roll me... How many of these do I have? This is super random. Roll a 1d40.
Okay, let's go to Discord.
That's how many items I have listed for this.
I felt weird even trying to do it. Work fingers.
Roll one of the things that doesn't exist.
Or you could do 2d20s or 4d10s.
There you go. You can do 2d20s if you wanna. That's math.
If I do 4d10s, do I get 4 things?
Yeah, sure, go for it. If you want 4 things, you can get 4 things.
I will do 4d10s then. That sounds like a deal.
I mean, the guy has pockets, so I'm sure he has something in each.
7, 1, 5, 7. So I guess the 7s cancel out. So 3 things.
Okay, so the first thing you find is a letter. From what you can tell, it appears to be maybe a younger sibling, wishing their big brother a safe return home after his merchant venture into the White City.
The divine sense is only 1 turn.
Okay. So you're no longer seeing the aura then, Taralynn.
No.
Alright, the second thing, Dilly, that you find on this body, let me double check the number. You find a class picture. It's a picture clearly featuring Kevin in his fresh-faced youth. He might be 14, 15, or 16. And it's, you know, it looks like a graduation photo with the people he graduated with, but one of the faces has been burned out with a cigarette. And about half the class has dates and causes of death written next to them.
I knew it.
Oh my god. Dude, your fucking rolls. This is perfect. Alright, and then, the third thing you find, it's another letter, but this time it seems to be from a family member, not a younger sibling. And attached to that letter, that is filled with blame and accusations and finger pointing, is the obituary of the younger sibling. And from what you can tell,
Wow.
the cause of death was suicide.
Nice. I'm gonna pin this in this channel if I can.
I believe you should be able to. If
I
not,
can.
okay.
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah.
Kevin, shit.
Kevin, shit. Fuck Kevin.
Nice. Awesome.
Oh,
So as I come out, I will kind of be like, you know how people can do the coin through fingers? That's how I was doing a button,
Oh, okay.
finger to finger.
Like that Jack Sparrow thing.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes.
I can't even tell you. I rewound that like 12-second clip like 20 times when I was 14 years old because I was like, I am so turned on. I don't know why. Sexual awakening with a skeleton, Johnny Depp. It makes me feel weird.
Yeah. Whoa.
Anyway.
Anyway, right.
it takes boning to a whole new level.
Right, though? All right.
Jesus.
Oh my god. God, I love you.
Oh my god. We were getting a little too dark, and Gala's like, nah, I am that bright motherfucking light.
Yeah.
We got this.
All right, so Dilly
So,
exits,
yeah.
and he's doing the cool, sexy coin thing.
Do that with one hand. I just reach over and flip my sign around with the other. Very smooth. Gwynnie. And I already did the greeting, so on you guys.
Where's my friend? He went in with you. Well,
Your friend.
he wasn't my friend yet, but he was going to be.
Really?
I think, will you trust me as the person who told your fortune earlier in the evening?
Oh, did Kevin have any gold or tickets?
No, actually.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Okay, so I will say to her, forgive me, will you trust me as the person who told your fortune earlier in the evening?
I don't think that you would lie to me. You tell the future. You know the future, so yeah, I trust you.
I will take her hand very gently and reassuringly and say, I don't think he was your friend. I think you'll find he was following you for no good reason. And I think my brother has seen
Sent
him on his way out of the circus and away from you so that you are safe.
Grandma.
Is that true?
Oh, yes. I escorted him to the gates.
And you can very much insight check us if you wish.
That's up to you guys. If you want to insight check, you can.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I trust her.
But you
But not
want
Dilly.
to check Dilly.
Yeah, because I definitely sensed evil, and I don't know if he was it or the guy was it. But at 18, and I feel like
Dilly,
he might have roughed him up.
Dilly, give me an opposing deception check. Because you're trying to lie, and she's trying to feel you out, bro.
I definitely feel, if nothing else, you definitely roughed him up on the way to.
Yeah, you
At the
definitely,
gates.
like, 100%, unless he rolls, like, I'm gonna say if he can roll over 20, the only thing you feel is that even if he did escort him out of the circus, that man probably didn't leave without a bruise or a bloody nose or a busted lip. Like,
Oh, okay.
God.
Before you judge that, I was not lying. I did indeed escort him to the gates.
Of
It just so happens to be, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So the roll is more to see if she knows how sarcastic I'm being and what she can perceive from my sarcasm.
Oh, yeah, okay, so she doubled your deception roll. So yeah, 100%. She's like, okay, either you beat the hell out of him or he never left your tent. Taralynn, you're not sure which one of those two things it is. You think he either actually beat the shit out of this guy and then escorted him out, or you think he murdered him and that there's a body in his tent now.
Excuse me, sir. Did you kill my friend?
Am I still holding hands with you? Because was holding your hand.
Oh yeah, I'm questioning, but not in a.
I escorted your friends to the gates. I mean, that's a rough accusation, little one. But feel free to enter my quarters and see if who's in there.
If I go in there, are you going to kill me?
Absolutely not. I like you.
Do you promise?
Pinky promise. And I lean down, extend my pinky. This could probably wrap around her hand 3 times.
Big fuzzy cat pinky.
So I'll just look up at him and touch my pinky to his, and then I'm gonna run into his tent because that sounds cool. While I'm in there and she's looking around at stuff, she kind of, as she runs in there, she's going to look around and see all of the mannequins and notice the bar. Oh yeah, marionettes, which is somehow even creepier.
I'll follow you. I'll follow her inside.
Ooh, yeah, they're more jointed. And as you know, Taralynn enters, and Gwynnie enters behind her. I'm sorry, what did you name your one animated marionette? Was his name Anton, did you say?
Anton.
Anton, alright. So Anton raises his hands up again in glorious celebration at new visitors and goes, Oh my goodness! Oh, hello, Miss Gwynnie. Are we having another guest?
Yes, Anton. This is our friend Taralynn.
Hello, Miss Taralynn.
Taralynn, this is Anton. If you would like a drink, tell him because he will make it for you, and it is the best you will ever have had.
And Anton nods very jerkily his agreement and says, Yes, the master made me the best bartender.
Oh, can you make me your specialty?
I don't think I'm allowed to do that. And he kind of looks at Dilly, because in my head, the specialty is blood.
Yes. Not that one, Anton. Make her less specialty. Whatever she wants.
Miss, do you like strawberries or mangoes or bananas?
She'll look at him really big-eyed and, yes!
And Anton will proceed to just start throwing all of those fruits into a blender.
Yes.
And he will make her essentially a daiquiri. A fruity daiquiri with a curly straw. And he'll place it in front of her and say, This is my not-so-special specialty.
I love this. And she's gonna take a drink and... Oh my god, this is so good. Is this from fruit from the tree?
Oh no, miss. The fruit from the tree should not be consumed on a regular basis.
Why not?
Have you eaten the fruit yet, miss?
Oh,
Yes.
silly child girl. Human little one thing. I don't know what a halfling is, obviously.
You just think she's a very small human.
I'm a half human.
How much fruit did you eat?
Well, Dilly, for one, you can still see her glowing footprints. Those have not gone away.
Yeah. Maybe you've at least eaten one piece.
I had two, right, Mr. Snowbird? Yeah, yeah.
Oh man. Gwyn,
Yes, I heard.
she has the bird.
Yes, I heard. Do you have?
Meta, really quick, I'm sorry. Gwynnie and Dilly, you both would know that while some effects only last until a short rest, other effects can last a while, depending on what you ate.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess my big question for now, right now, don't think about it too hard. As you guys were growing up in the circus, do you think you would have tried the fruits as children?
Oh, the fruits.
Okay.
Probably at
Multiple
least
times.
Okay.
Multiple times, yeah.
So you recognize that her glowing footprints, for both Gwynnie and Dilly, you both recognize that her glowing footprints, because those were on, some of the lower branches, and that's probably one of the first fruits you guys had as kids, that's going to end when she wakes up after a long or short rest. The bird, however, she might not be able to get rid of that so easily.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna need an exorcist.
Okay, and I will say to Dilly, we should maybe see about getting her a doll that will take the place of her bird.
I mean, why?
I just think she might need it. Why don't you carve her a bird?
Maybe I can do that.
Okay, and I will
I
ask
think it's
Joel
rather adorable.
to see if he can possibly make it alive for her.
Yes.
In the way that Anton is alive for you. And that way she will have a bird.
Maybe not the same way Anton is. Anton, you're wonderful, but I hate your voice.
Of course not the same as Anton. We don't want a bird that makes drinks. You know what? Why don't I check and see if there's something in the lost and found or in the discarded pieces, and then maybe you can modify it so you don't have to make it all from scratch. I'm sure there's. And we had a bird act at one point in time, didn't we?
But a bird that made drinks would be great, because my friend, he's a druid, and he wants to make money for his family, so he's gonna make a juice bar.
I see.
Oh.
Okay. Well, in that case, why don't you come with me and we'll go look in the lost and found and in the used property area and see if we can find a bird that maybe can take on the spirit of your no bird that nobody can see.
And Dilly and Gwynnie, you both know that the lost and found, it's referred to as the lost and found, but really it's like a stand, almost like a little shop upstairs that is only accessible generally by the cast and the performers, obviously unless you bring someone with you. But the lost and found isn't necessarily something you can just go into and pick things out. You have to deal with luck.
Right. But I would think it would be worth it to distract Taralynn from her
Oh, yes.
her investigations and persuade her that I can possibly get
Well,
her
Meta.
a permanent companion.
Uh-huh.
She can investigate all she wants.
Yeah, there's no
I know.
body.
I know, but I'm
Okay.
still distracting her.
Oh, she's so distracted.
Well, I was just thinking that, like, she hasn't even mentioned Kevin since we got in here. The
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
Kevin's
bartender's
not there.
totally.
Kevin's gone.
And the bartender's like, "Oh my god, 2 in one night? This is crazy."
She's 100% on board right now for getting a juicing bird mannequin. Or
And Dilly, are you heading with them to the Lost and Found?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, because curiosity cat.
Oh yeah. Curiosity, silly Dilly.
As we go, I'll juggle.
Oh,
My
okay.
God. All right, so you're going up the stairs on the ground floor north side. That's in between the 10, 12, and the 13 and 14 stands. And when you come out, you're going to immediately take that left, and there's a little stand through that big archway with banners. And that is the Lost and Found. It is small on the outside, but there is a door on the side. But when you walk up to it, you see Locke. And Locke, give me a second, let me pull this up. I love Locke, he's fun. Alright, so Locke, he looks like a magpie. He looks, think Kenku, but human height, and a magpie with hands at the ends of his wings. And he...
Block, good evening.
And
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. He narrows his eyes at Gwynnie when they all walk up, and he says, "What do you want, girl?"
Hello, Locke. Good evening.
Hello, Gwynnie. What
We
do
are
you
looking.
want?
We are looking for a bird.
You know I don't
Is
sell
there-
these things. I just collect them. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm a shop.
I know. But this girl, she has the trees bird.
Oh, I see.
And I would like to give her a replacement if we could. So do you have an older bird, perhaps something that Dilly could rehabilitate a little bit? You know his skills.
Hold on. Let me see what I have. And he's not even a little bit, like, he knows you. He's seen you guys since you were kids. He's aware of who you are and who raised you and what position you have in the circus, but Locke doesn't give a shit. This is like, This is my personal collection, and people keep trying to buy shit off me.
He's the collector.
Yeah.
I love him.
But the only reason he's allowed to stay in the circus is because Joel and Gloria were like, you have to fucking sell the shit that people leave here. You can't just take it. So, true to his agreement with Gloria and Joel, he says, let me look in the back. In the meantime, you can come in the side door. If you find anything you want, I guess, offer me something good for it. And he just grumbles.
We will. I promise. I promise we will. And I go ahead and I caution Taralynn as we enter. Don't touch anything, but if you see something you want, whisper it to Dilly or me, because you don't want to try to bargain with him yourself.
I'm gonna run in right behind him, and I'm gonna stand there, and I'm gonna just stand like Gwynnie just did. And, hello, Luck. Good evening. And I'm just gonna start digging through, like I'm looking at it all. And it's like, oh shit, that's neat. Oh.
What the fuck is she doing? Is this a new... did you bring her? Is she new? Is she a new cast member? Is she a performer? Get her the fuck out of my box.
I'm gonna have your box. Can I...
Maybe she is a new performer. Relax, Locke.
Dilly, get her out of my fucking box. I swear to God, I'll tell your parents. I'll tell all the people.
Do you think I care who you tell what?
Oh, Tara, you can't really.
Relax.
We can't, and I will try to intervene.
I'll just
And-
lean down and just pick her up.
But as he picks me up, I'm gonna open my locket, and I'm gonna get out my mom's locket of hair, and I'm gonna put it in his box so that he has a hairy box now.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
So I'm just
Okay.
holding you up like this. I'm just holding her up by the scruff of the back of her shirt.
So it's a lock of maybe an inch and a half of my mom's
Lay down.
halfling hair. It's super soft
Oh yeah.
and it's wrapped up with a little ribbon.
Oh yeah. And as Dilly lifts her away from the box, Locke is, frantically like flapping the ends of his wings, like, oh my god. He's like about to have a panic attack because people are touching his shit. And he runs over to the box and he starts looking through it to make sure she didn't swipe anything. And he pulls the hair out and goes, "What the fuck is this? Why are you leaving shedding?"
It's a memory.
What do you mean it's a memory? It's hair.
No, it's memory. Look, memories are more important than anything else that you can own. And I'm going to put my hands on his, and I'm going to be like, see, look, feel it. And I am going to cast Bless again. See, it feels so good, don't it?
I'm still holding her up.
Oh my god. And Locke looks at you, and he was about to pull away. Like, the moment you touched his hand, his birdie magpie face, like, his beak almost crunched because of the disgust. But then you casted Bless, and his entire body just sort of relaxes, and he even, like, turns his hands over to hold yours in his as well. And he says, "Oh, lassie. All right. You stay here. Try not to touch anything else, and I'll find you that bird replacement, yay?"
Okay, I'll put my hands in my pockets. And as I'm being held up by...
Oh my god, yeah, this is all happening while she's being held by another creature.
So I'm going to put my hands in my pocket.
Totally unbothered.
I'm going to take and hang her on my left horn.
What, like by the belt loop?
Yes, you hang out there for a minute.
This is pretty cool. As she's like rocking back and forth a little bit.
Oh dear Jesus.
See, Gwynnie, I know how to be whimsical.
Oh, yeah, but you're going to get a sore neck. She's not as light as you think she is.
Maybe. I'm going to kind of flick my head, and she'll go sliding off the end of my horn.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to catch her.
All right, for catching.
She's pretty acrobatic.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's go with acrobatics. I feel like that's a good judgment of like where someone's gonna fall.
All right, 14.
14. Okay, so you catch her and you kind of slump forward a little bit just because of how quickly she fell, and
She's a
actually
halfling, and I'm a small dwarf. I mean,
and
she's
she's a
probably
little
knocked me
bit
over.
yeah, she's a little bit heavier than she looks, but you managed to kind of like do like that good squat stance, so you were able to keep your center of gravity without falling over.
Halflings are dense.
Yeah, they are.
I will set her up, and I will dust her off. And Tara, do you have any tears or holes in your clothing?
I've got a whole bunch of them, technically, because I'm wearing my chainmail.
Okay. No, besides the chainmail, do you have any tears or holes in your clothing?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So with that, I will just dust her off and set her upright and say, okay, Dilly's not going to carry you around, and you're not going to touch anything, right?
Okay. And I'm just going to give you a big hug. I love this place.
It is pretty wonderful. We love it here.
Oh my god. I love
You are
it.
so lucky. Like, do you live like this all the time? And oh, do you think that my friend can open up a juice stand so we can stay with you guys?
You would need to talk to someone in charge, someone who has more authority than I do. But you know, if you talk to probably Joel, you might be able to do that. I wouldn't recommend talking to Gloria, but if you talk to Joel, maybe he would agree to
Be
that.
better off finding Bitsy.
Well, you know, that's true. We could go find Bitsy after this. That's a really good idea, brother. I'm really playing up the brother relationship.
I love it so much.
If you have a first aid tent, I can work there as like a doctor. Well, a doctor. But I think they need some people.
Well, I mean, there is always a need for somebody to help people who are injured or ill. I mean, people are people, and people get hurt and people get sick. It does happen. So we will go and find Bitsy after we finish here, and possibly arrangements can be made.
And as you're finishing up that conversation, Locke comes out from, his back room, and he's got a small wooden crate that, he's having a little trouble with because he has wings and feathers, and even though they end in like fingers, it's still awkward. And he kind of sets it down on his counter, and he pulls out this for Taralynn, and he holds it out to her and says, "All right, I'm pretty sure that if you tether it to yourself,
You know what this
the
is.
bird will go straight into it."
But if he's in there, is he gonna go quiet? Like, is he gonna like?
Oh no, little darling, he will never be quiet.
Oh, good. It sucks when you're alone.
Well, look at it this way: it's a coin purse, and whenever anyone tries to steal from it, your little invisible bird friend there will alarm you loudly.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Locke. And I'm gonna kind of. Is he behind?
He is behind a counter.
Is it like solid wood, or can I run under it and give us like a hug?
Yeah, it's one of those things like it's like a plank that you kind of lift up to walk through it, so you can absolutely run under it.
Yeah, I want to run under it, and I kind of want to like 3-year-old tackle his leg and just give him a big hug.
Oh Lord, Gwynnie, Dilly, she's touching me.
Yes, I know, but it's okay. She does that, and
Why does she do it? Why?
Because that's the way she is.
A child. That's what they do.
That's not a child, Dilly. Dilly, it's a halfling.
Oh.
She's
Well.
an adult. She's an adult
I am an
woman
adult.
hugging my leg.
Barely.
Gwynnie, you're barely an adult. This one's an adult.
True. Well, here, I have something for you for your time anyway, and I will reach into my pocket and pull out a trinket. And my trinket is a netsuki that was on one of the purses that Jilly had liberated, and it's slightly pornographic.
It's liberated.
Oh, oh yes, and immediately Locke grabs it and like holds it very close to his chest before like stuffing it under in a compartment in a part of the counter that doesn't have an under passage to it.
Right. Absolutely. And it's little little ivory carving that's only slightly pornographic.
And he says, no, the pouch was on the house. I actually do have something for both of yous. Hold on one moment, and he goes back into the room, because we didn't get to finish our session 0, and I wanted to give you guys items. And when he comes back out, he brings this out, and hands it to Dilly, and he says, Gloria asked me to give this to you, And hold on, Miss Gwynnie, I have yours coming right up. And he pulls out one of those, like, when you ask to get, like, clothing items wrapped at the store, they put it in one of those nice boxes with the tissue paper.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He hands her the box, and that's what's inside.
Oh.
And he says, and for you, Miss Gloria had asked me to give you both these items. There you go. No payment necessary, but I will be keeping that. And he points, like, below the desk, because he's not giving that shit back.
Yeah, no, and she says, well, I thought of you when we acquired it. I knew this was just for you, and I've been holding on to it for an opportunity to give it to you.
Imagine we take him a ton of stuff that we acquired.
Oh yeah, he is, like, I assume when you guys find, like, useless trinkets that you don't necessarily need, you bring them to him, and he's like, oh yes, I love you. You bring me shiny things.
I mean, a slightly tentacle poured Netsuki is just perfect, isn't it?
Yes. Oh god. All right. So yeah, he gives you all your items, and he kind of gives Taralynn a little wink and says, "You're welcome back anytime."
Oh, how wonderful! Is my item? I'm not even revealing what my item is yet. Is it enchanted already?
It can be.
Oh, it is not as yet.
Not as yet.
Okay. So the first thing I am going to want to do, just meta to you as a DM, is talk to Joel about getting it enchanted to be Corset of Holding.
Oh yeah. Joel will be helpful with the enchanting part, but the second she pulls out a corset, he's gonna be like, I do not understand those. I know how to take them off. Otherwise, they're alien to me.
You don't need to understand it to enchant it.
I feel like I must, though. Everything needs to be understood to a certain degree.
Does this mean I have to go to Gloria?
Yes, of course. She's the one who gave it to you. Why would I give you a corset?
All right. Thank you. And I will go ahead and follow up with Gloria at a later time.
Oh yeah, and that's Gloria's way of forcing Gwynnie into a conversation with her. So, sorry about that.
That's all right. Definitely assuming it as soon as possible.
Uh-huh.
I mean, replacing the one I'm wearing with it as soon as possible.
Oh yeah. And yeah, Dilly, that you guys are about to be rolling in some more money, apparently.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
all right.
But because you killed Kevin before you got the wallet, unfortunately you do not get the money for killing Kevin.
It's all right.
Okay. All right, let me see here. So we've been going for almost 3 hours. How are you guys feeling?
I
feel great.
I feel good. Yeah.
Do you want to keep
I'm
going,
good.
or are you done for the night?
I
You're
would
the
like to
GM.
keep going, please.
Yes, okay. Say 5-10 minutes.
Sounds good.
All right, I will be back soon. I'm gonna poop. Yes, dog. I'm gonna poop. Just so we're all
Okay, good.
very clear.
Back in a few.
All right. See you guys in a bit.
So I will walk over towards, as long as Dilly's walking with me, I'll walk over towards the bench with Taralynn with me.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Taralynn, this is our friend Bitsy. Bitsy, this is Taralynn.
I'm looking for a job.
This one is different.
And skilled.
You need to talk to Joel.
This is so weird. Hi. I know medicine, kinda. I mean, I'm not really a nurse or anything, but like, I took care of my mom before she died. And I know how to do band-aids. Oh no, am I in trouble? Okay. And I'm gonna look at these two, and then I'm gonna look back at her and here, and she's gonna pull out a ticket, like maybe she was supposed to pay her for like saying that, like she thinks.
No, we have not. We wanted to check with you first.
Enjoy the beauty of it, Bitsy.
Oh, you're like gonna be one of my favorite memories when I get old.
Okay, and I would like to go ahead and just sit down at the table with Dilly, if I could, and maybe gesture towards Taralynn to sit down with us.
I absolutely love all these dollies. They're like so awesome. And she's gonna sit down and pull out some corn and offer you guys some. But it's a half eat.
What did you say?
I got an ear of corn that I pulled out of
Corn. Okay, thank you. Just had to clarify. C and not P.
Oh, I am not sharing my corn collection with you.
What's up?
I mean, Gwynnie had just done the same thing.
I mean, it's used, but it's still good.
Oh man, I absolutely adored that voice. Got some corn, you want some?
Oh my god.
Okay, so, my friend, right, he's my druid friend, he's sleeping down in the tree because he don't feel so good. And, do you think that maybe we can make, like, a juice bar? Also, what the fuck is going on here? Like, okay, the dollies don't live where I'm from, and, like, did you hire them? Are there people inside those suits?
This is why Joel will find her intriguing right there. She never shuts up.
I shut up once.
You were sleeping, weren't you?
No. Somebody put a silence spell on me.
Oh, that works.
Only for a second. But, no, for real, like, what's going on?
You said you wanted a job.
I do, but I mean, this place is kind of weird, like, it's just weird.
Yes.
Are you guys bad?
Let's just say the good and bad are not as clear-cut here in the circus as they are in other places. We are always good to our own.
We are balance.
Yes. We are always good to those who belong to us, to those who belong to the circus. We are always good to our own.
And so Dilly's like laying on the table, all lounging.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got that button just going through his fingers.
Yeah, and Gwynnie's adjusting her new corset. Here, can you help me with this tight lacing in the back, please?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna kind of put my foot on her back as I'm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, that's tight. That's tight enough. There you go. Thank you.
As I'm kind of leaning back, and she's got her hand around the back, and I'm tying it. I'm gonna look at Jillian. Okay, you said that you walked the guy to the gate, but I don't see no gate. I mean, like, I haven't seen. You know what? I don't even think I got in here through a gate.
Well, it's just using it as a descriptor to the entrance, the gates, the maw, what have you.
Okay, whatever. I don't know what gate you're talking about, but
There is a front gate right by my tent. Do you remember where you came to my tent?
oh yeah,
Right.
that was a gate.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
front
gate
gate
right
is
there.
a little bit on the other side of my tent. Yeah, where people enter and exit the circus.
Mr. Dilly,
Yes.
I'm sorry, but you didn't come by that way.
I didn't. Are
No.
you sure?
Yeah,
I can be very stealthy.
you took him in your tent, and he never came out.
Meta, would you have seen that?
You wouldn't know that. You're speculating. I can help maybe solve this. Maybe she should roll intelligence to see if she feels as suspicious as she metaphysically feels.
I don't think that I'm too creeped out. I'm just more interested. So which one did you say? Oh yeah. 12. So do you guys... Oh, it's okay.
Oh, I'm just going to take the opportunity to try to pull one more distraction and ask Taralynn to show me her little bird that she got from Locke for just a moment.
You know what? I really like Locke. And she's gonna pull it out, and I don't have any coins or anything, but maybe I'm gonna put my button in there.
Good idea.
So she puts the button in, the one that already got spit back at her once.
Okay.
And I love this. And you know, it kind of looks like his eyes. So yeah, I'm gonna try to feed it the button. There you go, Mr. No Bird.
Okay, and has she held it long enough for it to start talking to her like it's the no bird? Okay, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and cast this, so that for the next hour, her parrot not only talks, but its mouth opens and its feathers twitch and its crest goes up and its little wings on the side flap.
Oh, I love it.
In an effort to fully distract her.
Oh my god. Oh, Mr. No Bird. You're so... I love you.
I won't control everything it's saying, but I will cause it to squawk loudly and flap whatever it can flap very distractingly whenever she brings up Kevin's name for the next hour.
Well, she doesn't know Kevin's name. She just knows him as that guy or something.
So anytime she says friend,
Okay, so yeah,
death row.
any friend, it's going to squawk loudly, flap whatever it can flap, and generally be a nuisance for a few seconds in a distracting manner. Yep, and clatter and do all the things that birds do with beaks.
Is there a tablecloth on this table?
Bitsy's table. We didn't leave, she left.
I'm gonna take my
Forgive me, I'm
backpack
eating.
off,
Getting late.
then setting it down, and then I'm going to hop down, and I'm gonna sit down on the ground underneath the picnic table, and just be like, "Come here, Mr. Snowbird. Come here," for a little while until either they say something or Joel says something. Or Joel gets there. My bad.
I think we're doing pretty good with the distract and divert tactic.
I just realized I think I've been muted on my recording the whole time. You guys are not, but I think I have been.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
We'll see.
Nice.
I'll listen to it tomorrow and figure out how fucked up I made this.
Uh,
God damn it, I hate
Okay.
technology.
it's all one-sided.
Ah,
What the hell are these guys doing? Where was their DM at? Where's their babysitter? Who left these kids here unattended?
who are they talking to? God damn it. Okay.
Maybe it'll be picked up on one of our mics.
I hope so. I really hope so. I know I
I
didn't
doubt it, though.
turn it out that way. I think it's just been that way since the break. So, like, hopefully only like 15, 20
Hopefully
minutes.
just a few minutes of it, yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, you guys are all kind of lounging, hanging out. And
Doing the distraction and diversion thing.
oh, yeah. And Dilly and Gwynnie, actually, all three of you, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
21.
Alrighty. It's 21 for Gwynnie, 16 for Taralynn.
I'm getting there.
I was really hoping for a low one.
You wanted perception?
Yes, please. Whew, okay, so, Gwynnie and Dilly, you both immediately, not even see, you just kind of feel the tree doing its elevator routine again. Whereas, Taralynn, you start to notice out of the corner of your eye a glow coming from the tree.
Oh my god.
And it's in the shape of a doorway. And as you look over, it gets brighter and brighter. And then it fades. And you see a man walking towards you. And again, Gwynnie and Dilly, you guys felt this happening. You know when Joel comes and goes. Joel is absolutely casually dressed. He's in his... This is what Gwynnie and Dilly are used to seeing him in, is, his black slacks, soft cotton shirt. He is just in his lounging attire, and he's got that easy smile, and his hair's not all done up. It's just kind of flopping wherever it goes, and he's heading over to you guys, and he kind of waves and says, "So, Gwynnie, my darling, Dilly."
Greetings, human.
Hello, Joe.
Oh, Dilly. You still call me human.
What you are.
It is. It absolutely... You are astute as ever, my dear lad. Who is this?
You taught me well.
I certainly hope so. Silly Dilly. As always. And he kind of claps him on the shoulder, and it gives Gwynnie a wink again.
With that, I laugh out. I just, a peal of laughter. Just,
So, yes, this little one you might like.
Yes, I've,
And the bonus is Gloria will absolutely hate her.
I don't want nobody to hate me.
Gloria will hate her worse than she hates me.
Yes.
And I didn't think that was possible.
Dilly,
She's sweet with bubbles.
Dilly, Gloria's your mentor. I don't understand why you keep telling me you would like this person. Gloria would hate them. I love when I bring people in who Gloria hates, but I don't know why you enjoy it.
Just because she's my teacher does not mean I like her.
Oh, Dilly. And he claps you on the shoulder again, approvingly. All right.
It's always fun to watch her halfway blow up.
And Joel kind of gives like a hush now you motion, finger to his lips, like, no, don't do that.
Don't lie, you like it too.
I did not say I didn't, but I'm not going to say I do. And with that, he turns towards Taralynn, and she's small, and he does his Joel thing, and he just kind of crouches down so he's eye level with her, and he says, all right, you've been given a reference. What's your name?
I'm Taralynn. I'm new here and I want a job, please. Your place is really lovely. I've never wanted to be in the circus before today, but I really want to be in the circus now. And can I be in the circus, please?
And Joel is sort of chuckling, and he looks up at Dilly and says, she is special, isn't she?
Of course. She did every bit as useful as I've been over the years, at least.
We told you.
Witches.
Oh my god.
Trust us, we told you.
Dilly, every bit is useful. And Joel's gonna kind of give Dilly like a shrewd look, like, And he's gonna look again at Taralynn and say, I hear that you can heal people and that you're willing to open a medic tent of some sort.
Yeah, I can put band-aids on people, and in theory, I can sew somebody's arm back on.
Also, she says a friend is adequate at making juice, and they would like to sell juice to the patrons.
Yeah. He makes a lot of juice, and he can make spider webs, nets. He's very magical and very special.
Oh, you're speaking about the young man who is currently sleeping on one of my branches.
Yeah, he's just temporarily homeless. He's got to go back to his family after he gets some money, and he just wants to sell juices.
And that's the same man who you climbed the tree with earlier and took many, many fruits from.
Yeah, he asked the tree, and the tree was like, eat me, and so we're eating them.
This way, Joel. They've eaten many, many fruits, and she's still relatively unharmed and relatively sane.
And Joel gives Gwynnie that kind of look like that a dad gives a daddy's girl, like, oh my god, you're not going to start on me right now, are you? I'm trying to interview this woman. I need you not to give puppy dog eyes.
And Gwynnie absolutely does puppy dog eyes with a big grin on her face.
Oh, yeah.
So, pseudo-father, can we keep her?
And Joel, for a moment, completely ignores the question and goes, yes, Dilly, pseudo-father, I would much prefer that to human. Hello, human. Silly Dilly, I am your pseudo-father. If that's what you want to call me, I'd prefer that to human.
Can we keep her?
Oh, fine.
Excellent.
Yes, little one.
Mr. Kitty.
Yes.
Mr. Kitty. Mr. Dad.
Mr. Dad, Dilly, Mr. Dad.
Oh. Is your first name Pseudo? Or is it Joel? Which one is your middle name?
Oh, my name is Joel.
Definitely pseudo.
No, my name is Dilly. Dilly.
Your name is not Dilly. I'm Dilly.
And
No,
Joel is
pseudo?
like pinching the bridge of his nose right now, like massaging it, like, Dilly, please don't.
Sujo.
Excuse me, Mr. Joel. Come down here real quick. I wanna. And since he's already I'm gonna do lay on hands on his temples.
And what does that specifically do?
It gives him. It's a healing, so it restores 1 hit point.
Well, Joel doesn't have any missing hit points. He just has, like, missing brain cells right now.
Yes.
Because
So,
he's dealing with Dilly's sarcasm.
Which is psychic damage, I assume.
On the level of watching Fox News for about a half an hour or so.
Right, like, it's not too much. It's just one of those things like, oh, I need a nap now. But he smiles at her, and he kind of puts his hands over her little hands, and he says, oh, thank you, my darling. I believe Gwynnie would be happy to show you to your accommodations. In the meantime, I must go inform Gloria that we apparently have 2 new additions. Should we wake your friend up, or should we just wait for him?
You know what? I don't. I think he likes sleeping in the tree. Can we maybe put a tent up there for him?
I'm sure we can find a way to accommodate him in the tree.
That's kind of awesome.
It'll be on the top floor, not anywhere near the guests. But yeah, we're gonna build a fucking treehouse.
I love it. Well, why don't you stay in my tent until we get your friends' living arrangements set up, and then if you want to stay with him, you can, or if you want to continue rooming with me, you can.
I think that, like, maybe for your own sanity, that maybe I should have my own room, because a lot of people, they they try to kill me because I won't shut up, and I don't know how to shut up, and I think it's just better for all of us, because I want you to keep liking me and not like me because I talk too much. And oh my god, here I go.
Hey, we'll ask Bitsy to find you your own place. That's not a problem.
She's wonderful.
And she's going to kind of hold her hands over her mouth so that she stops talking.
Maybe Gloria has an extra bed in her quarters.
What a marvelous idea.
Oh God. Do you guys want a total party kill right now? Is that what you're asking? Yes, please send the non-stop talking halfling who Gloria has never met to her fucking quarters.
The good aligned halfling.
Right? Oh my god. Joel's barely good. Gloria is fucking darkness. Oh god,
But that's just the kind of
fucking hilarious though.
Kind of assholes we are.
I'm just saying, how fucked up are we to like insert this poor good halfling into our shenanigans?
You two are so beautifully fucked up. It makes me incredibly happy.
Dilly likes her, but he just knows that Gloria just
Gloria's
sees
that
that ray of sunshine. I think I figured out Dilly's tiefling lineage.
Oh, please do tell.
Beelzebub.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Or Beelzebub.
Oh my god. Oh, I love it.
Still working it, but.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case. So, we have Joel. He's there. Everyone's kind of getting along. And Joel basically told you guys, all right, show her to her tent. Here's this, that, the other. Now I have to go talk to Gloria and also tell her that there is a man squirrel sleeping in our tree.
Could be a mild surprise at any moment.
Oh, is Dilly asking him if he has to tell?
Yeah.
Oh, and Joel's gonna kind of stop and turn, not fully turn back towards them, but like half turn.
And Dilly's laying on the table with his head upside down, looking at Joel.
And Joel is not going to be able to help himself. He's going to walk over and kind of like... He deliberately walks over, but then he absent-mindedly sort of like wiggles his fingers above Dilly. Like, look, it's something you can bat at with your cute little Dilly paws.
Well, I will, just lazily.
Oh yeah, and he'll be like, Dilly, my dear boy, what do you think would happen if I didn't tell Gloria and then she found your new friends?
The same thing that will happen when you tell her.
Oh no, there will be much less death when I tell her.
Are you sure of that?
Gloria and I have an arrangement.
My friend is already dead.
Well, tell Gloria that she is mine.
I'm sorry, you said your friend's dead?
Yes, he ate
Grandma, where's this guy?
3 fruits.
This guy will.
So we figured if he ate 3 more fruits, then he'd come back to life.
On up to this hat.
Oh, Dilly loves his chaos. He just shuts up and lets it play.
And Joel looks borderline horrified. Oh my dear, no, the solution is absolutely not to eat more fruit. If he thinks he's dead, it's probably because he ate a pear.
What's a pear?
A pear. Oh, Dilly or Gwynnie, someone translate for me. It's a pear.
A pear
A pear.
is a pear.
A pear. And
Oh, the pair of you are so hopeless. Just hush. Okay, he ate something that looks a little bit like an apple, but it's got a long part on the top, and it tastes a little bit like an apple and a little bit,
It's shaped like Bitsy.
a little more grassy. It's sweet, but a little bit grassy tasting.
Yeah, we figured that if we went and we found some shrooms, that maybe that, like, I could get dead too, and then we can solve the mystery of who murdered him.
nobody murdered him. He ate the wrong fruit. And now he thinks he's dead, and it will take several days for him to be convinced otherwise.
So,
He's not dead.
okay,
Just like
Um,
your
Yes.
footprints aren't magical, they're just glowy.
Oh, Joel. You're such a bad human.
but
Crushing.
What?
Look what you've done to her.
What did I...
Mr. Kitty, my footprints aren't magic.
Well, they
They're
are
magic. Don't believe
magic.
the mean. Don't believe the mean man.
Oh my god. Dilly.
He does not know how to handle children.
Oh, Dilly.
I am not
wish
a
we-
children. Oh my god, I'm older than you.
I told you.
Like-
I told you, Dilly. She's an adult.
Right. Like, you're a man.
Dilly. Dilly.
I think that you're a very handsome man, but I don't know what's going on here. Okay, why does the fruit want us to milk it and give it to people? But
What on earth
these
is
guys
the
don't.
idea that the fruit wants you to milk it?
Well, that might not be exactly the conversation that we had, but that's all I remember is milking the. Oh wait, no, we were gonna milk the druid.
Why would you milk the druid? I'm so lost.
Because we were gonna make milk, and then we were gonna feed all the hungry people at the orphanages, then there would never be any, like, hunger ever again.
At this point, Billy's rolled over. He's got his chin on his hands. He's kicking his feet, and his tail is just flicking.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just fascinated. He's
Oh.
loving this.
Yeah, and Joel is flat out like, Dilly, Gwynnie, my darlings, who the hell did you bring to me?
Perfection.
I mean, she's kind of wonderful, isn't she?
Perfection.
She is a conundrum, as far
She
as
is
I'm
that.
concerned.
You always like a
Actually-
good puzzle.
Actually, my mom used to call me an asshole. But I'm right here and I can hear you guys.
Oh,
Yes.
I know you can hear us. I'm not trying to exclude you from the conversation, but I am absolutely not including you in this conversation right now.
Look a lot closer.
Dinny,
You'll see the darkness there.
Dilly, my darling, Gwynnie,
Yes.
my son.
Yes.
She is literally the brightest thing I've ever seen in this circus. She is not anywhere close to you two.
It's
not.
beautiful.
Do you want to eat her? Is that what this is?
No. You're crazy.
You promise.
She's not human.
Would you have eaten me if I had been less than kind to you?
I would have.
I'm gonna just look at Tilly and interestedly like,
I would have helped you on your way had you been less than kind to someone I cared about.
Dilly, I understand what your vocabulary means, and I know what you mean when you say help you on your way, send you to the gate. You're not sneaky about it.
You did! He took my friend to the gate!
and the minute you say friend, the bird starts squawking.
Yep, the bird immediately starts setting off an alarm that can be heard within 300 feet.
Oh
Jesus.
no! Mr. Newbert's yelling again! Oh!
And Joel immediately claps his hands over his ears and looks at, oddly, not Taralynn. He's looking furiously at Gwynnie and Dilly, and he just screams over this loud, horrible squawking. You took her to fucking lock?
It seemed like the thing to do at the time.
He gave her a goddamn bird alarm! Turn it off!
At this point, I'm gonna jump on the chicken purse, like it's a live grenade, and I'm saving everybody in my platoon.
And it will just since the word has faded, it stops going off. After like 30 seconds or so.
Oh yeah. And
Totally think that I'm saving everybody.
Yep. All I needed it to do was to distract her.
Well done. You saved us all.
what are you teaching her? If you want her to join the circus, she needs to know the facts.
Well, are you not entertained?
Dilly, we're not having that conversation right now. Although you can very clearly see that Joel is trying not to laugh.
Yeah, and we're not buying it at all.
Oh yeah, Joel's like the good cop parent. Like he just can't be mad at you guys.
Right, and we don't buy it at all because we know him, and we know the situation, and we know he's laughing just as much as we are, if not more.
And after a pause, he just goes, "God damn it, just get out of here. I need to go tell Gloria before she decides that the loudness is too loud."
You go take care of Mommy, we'll take care of her.
And Joel, at her mention of you take care of Mommy, like he makes a
Mommy
sour
dearest.
face. Like, oh yeah, because those two are probably, because they were children and because they grew up and were essentially raised between Joel, Bitsy, and Gloria, they recognize, like, Joel and Gloria are basically divorced. And And it was a messy divorce.
Right, and we don't look on Gloria as mommy. We did that strictly. I did that strictly to tweak Joel.
Oh yeah, and Joel knows, and he just is like, "Good day to you both." And
Good day.
before Dilly can even say anything, Joel immediately is like, "I said good day," and he just walks away. Like he's not even giving them the good day. I said good day.
Well, that went well.
As I turn around, I lift up the chicken and I put it on my lap as I'm sitting there. And, I like him. His dad is super nice. Like, I wish that my dad was that nice, but he just went around and like, he killed orcs with, like,
being silly.
his sword. He's kind of an asshole, but, oh well, he wasn't as nice as your guys' dad is. No wonder you guys are so nice.
Listen, little one. This is very important. We need you to stay by Gwynnie or myself at all times for a little while.
Yes, yeah, it would be safest for you.
Um,
If you want to, you can come with me. I need to get back to the fortune-telling tent.
I would love to.
Okay.
Yes.
I said good day.
I said good day.
That's it.
Oh my god, the sass level was off the charts. I'm a fan. I said good day.
That was beautifully
Oh
done.
my god, perfect.
Contribution of Nathaniel.
Oh, thank you, Nathaniel. You make my videos better.
I said good day.
And now he's
How dare you?
repeating it over and over and over again like a bird.
Oh my god, I want him to just say that to everyone now. I said good day. Like what?
Oh, he will
You
for a
should be
while.
my bird.
Go in the other room now.
That's what the bird says, just constantly.
I said
It's
good
Nathaniel
What
going.
the bird says.
What does the bird say? I said good day. I said good day. Good day. Good day. I said good day.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Anyway, sorry, I did the ying ting ting a little bit too hard.
That was good. I like it. We need to do it.
I'll make a remix for you guys. At some
Oh
point.
no.
Yeah.
Ilvis is an NPC. Oh no.
Oh my god, he only says ying ting ting to ting to ting ting.
Ting, 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 ting.
Does the fox say?
Ting 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 ting.
Oh my god, we are so
Jesus.
weird.
Now I'm like shuffling in my living room.
We're all old.
Oh my god.
We're all equally amused.
Oh,
No, yeah.
Christ. I'm gonna call it for tonight.
Okay, sweetie.
Okay.
Well, we were headed back to. I was taking Taralynn back to the fortune-telling tent,
Yes, and Joel is
contemplating what the hell is wrong with this world.
God. Joel is like, I know I made the right choice with Gwynnie and Dilly, but now they're bringing in strays, and I don't think Gloria's gonna like that.
Especially this one.
Yeah.
Oh, good Christ.
Oh yeah, I like Joel recognizes that this is, dear God, he brought in two like hellions and they brought in a little tiny angel person and he's like,
Right.
what the fuck? Why?
I think that the mercenary druid will be fine. She'll be fine with the mercenary druid, but I don't know that she's gonna
Oh,
get in.
Joel flat out asked Dilly if he was planning on eating this person. Like, he's like, why did you bring a good person here?
The fuck is this?
Doesn't make sense. I made all of the good things here. Everything else is Gloria's, and it's covered in ink.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Great.
Oh my god. I love it.